Hey, so welcome back to another video. I know कि मैं लॉन्ग फॉर्म वीडियोस ज़्यादा फ्रीक्वेंटली या कंसिस्टेंटली नहीं बना रहा बट here's another one. So टाइटल और थंबनेल देख के पता तो चल गया है that I am going to talk about this book that I've recently completed and I wanted to talk about this so badly. So the book is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Joel, and oh my god, this video is going to be spoiler free and the next video is going to be filled with spoilers. So anyone who wants to know about spoilers and anyone who wants to know about my opinions and thoughts about this book and the storyline and the characters and everything, watch the next video. And anyone who wants to know about what the story is and what's the writing, what's the pace, and should we read it or not, then this video is for you. And I'm going to tell you about everything about this book and in a non-spoiler way. Before starting, let me introduce myself. I'm Himanshu and this is the Nicheless Himanshu. And on this channel, there's no specific niche. I talk about everything, whatever I feel like. So this book is not what I expected it to be. At first, I thought it was just another, mystery missing girl story because that's what you think from the title. But the deeper you go into the story, the more you feel like, what the fuck is going on? And the more deeper you go into the story, the more uncomfortable this book makes you. And not in a loud, dramatic way, but in a very unsettling, quiet way. So the story basically begins with a teenage girl who disappears. No warning, no clear signs, just gone. And years later, her mother is still completely broken because of that. Her life hasn't moved on. It's like the time just stopped the day her daughter vanished. And that's where the story begins. Because this isn't about the disappearance. It's about what happens after the disappearance. The grief, the emptiness, the way people try to rebuild themselves when something like this happens. And slowly, the story starts to reveal pieces that makes you question everything. Now let's talk about the writing. Okay, so it's not very fast paced. Beach mein it's very slow. It kinds of feel boring. But yes, it is very easy to read. The writing is not very tough, not very lenient. It's very simple to read, very easy to read. And about pacing, I told you, reading is very good. It's not very complicated. It's kind of easy to read. You won't be like, oh, what is going on? You will understand everything. And about pacing, it's not very fast paced or medium paced. It's kind of a slow story. Like you will have to go through her entire day, who she's meeting and everything of that. So yes, it's kind of a slow book, but not too slow and not too fast. It's like a slower than average, a little more. Let's talk about the vibe. The overall vibe of the book is uncomfortable. Yes, uncomfortable. Not scary, uncomfortable. Not thriller in a specific way, but unsettling for sure. And this book is kind of a mystery, but you will feel disgusted. You will feel disgusted for sure. And that's what makes it very interesting because the tension is always there, just under the surface. Now let's talk about the pros and cons. Starting with the good things, the emotional depth in this book is very good. You can actually feel what the characters are going through, especially the mother, her pain, her trauma. Everything feels very real, and that makes the story more powerful. Also, the concept is very interesting and disgusting in its own way. It starts simple but slowly becomes something very deep and unsettling. And that shift is done really well. Now for the downsides, like I said, the pacing is very slow. If you're not patient, you might struggle a bit in the beginning of the book. So if you're not patient, you might struggle in the beginning. So this isn't a high action thriller, so don't expect constant twists and turns and fast paced drama. It's more like psychological, more emotional. So who should read this book? If you like emotional stories with a dark edge, then you have to give this book a shot. If you enjoy slow burn mysteries, then for sure. If you are into character driven stories rather than fast action, then for sure. But understand, if you just want something fast, exciting, drama and a story full of constant twist, then this book might not be for you. Overall, this book is not just about a missing girl, it's about grief, it's about obsession, and it's also about the kind of darkness that doesn't scream. But sure, the darkness still creeps in, right? And trust me, the things that I've talked about in this video are just the surface. You don't know. After you read this book, go and check my next video, part 2. And those who have already read this book, just wait for the part 2. We are going to talk about some serious shit, because I've been waiting for so long, because I've completed this book around what, a month ago, more than a month ago, and I was waiting, I was craving for someone to read this, and I just want to talk about that book. I just want to talk about this book to them. So if you have read this book, or once you finish this, come for the part 2 for sure. And yeah, you're not ready for that. Bye bye.